Okay, so welcome to the Essential Oils Made Easy class. The purpose of this class is just to be nice and an easy way just to listen in and see how essential oils can benefit you and just to get the most out of them, really. I know I'm quite new to essential oils. I've been using them for a few years, but didn't realize just how much I didn't know. So I want to share some of that with you. Maybe you've been using them yourself for years and you just want to sort of recap on your knowledge, or if you're a complete beginner, it doesn't matter where you're at. I'm sure there'll be something that you can take from it. Okay, so welcome to those that have just joined us. And feel free at the end to ask any questions if there's anything you're not sure about, and we'll answer them for you as well. Okay, so we're going to learn 3 key things about essential oils, 3 ways that we can use essential oils, and how we can get essential oils into our home if you haven't got them already. So first of all, we want to talk about safety. A lot of people get worried about essential oils and are they safe? You know, there's a lot of conflicting advice on the internet and you don't know who to trust. So just want to reassure you that we're talking about doTERRA essential oils, which are therapeutic. They're tested and they're certified as pure tested grade oils. So a little bit different to maybe oils that you may have experienced before. The difference with doTERRA is they've kind of pulled out of the aromatherapy market and they wanted purity, and that's why they sort of pulled out of it, because there's so much impurity in the market and adulteration. So this is why the whole ethos is purity. So basically whatever's distilled from the plant or the rind, they want it in the bottle with nothing added, no adulterations, nothing chemically made up the same. So the purity issue is, it's very hard to understand. You know, if you buy something from a shop, essential oil, maybe from a health food shop, it'll say 100% pure on the bottle. And they're allowed to get away with that, but it may contain just 105% of the 100% pure, and the rest may be adulterated or diluted or have some other fillers or synthetic ingredients that smell similar. And so we want to make sure that when we're using essential oils, it's 100% pure. Imagine if you've bought, like I have before, essential oils that may have some pure oil in. Imagine if you're using like 5% pure, but imagine what 100% can do for your body to benefit you. And so that's what we really want to emphasize, that these extracts from plants, they have amazing health benefits with no side effects if used safely. And that's what we're here to talk about, how we can use it in a safe, effective way. So for example, we have the peppermint oil. So peppermint's taken obviously from the leaf, it's steam distilled, and that's taken, they've sort of harvested it in Oregon in the USA, and it's very energizing, promotes clear breathing. We can use it for head tension, we can use it to unblock our sinuses and things like that, any sort of congestion. And because it's peppermint is great for inflammation and circulation, we can use it in a pain situation if we want to support any painful areas in the body, joints and things like that. So peppermint is a great all-rounder, and obviously we know it's great for the digestive system, so we could use a drop of that just to soothe any sort of digestive discomfort, whether you put a drop in a glass of water or you want to rub it over your tummy. And we'll show you a few more ways how we can use it effectively. And they're really effective because what essential oils can do that other things can't do is they can actually penetrate the cell wall. When you think of the blueprint of us, and we're all sort of carbon-based, aren't we? Well, essential oils are plant carbon-based as well. And the tiny little molecules, the natural compounds, the cell recognizes it as the blueprint. It's nothing synthetic, so it lets it into the cell and lets it sort out whatever's going on, whether it's, you can see there's a virus and there's bacteria there. So they can have lots of benefits for us on a cellular level, for our immune system and things like that, to promote a healthy immune system. So On Guard is one of those oils that we can't really live without. It's our sort of cold and flu blend, if you will. It's actually won awards from Medical News Today as the one to help with the flu virus and things like that, any sort of throat infections. any sort of nasties in the body. It's got cloves, cinnamon, orange and rosemary and eucalyptus. So this is a beautiful scent. Just for a scent alone, if you just want to put that in your diffuser, it's an absolutely beautiful scent for the home. Really warming and spicy. And when it's in the diffuser, you can actually breathe that in and the whole family will benefit, because when you breathe it in, it enters your bloodstream via your lungs, so you're still benefiting whichever way. We're going to talk about a bit more of all the different ways we can take the essential oils in and how they can benefit in different ways. But On Guard is such a great one. We use it in a spray bottle for our queen cleaning for our home, in the diffuser, and then if I'm not feeling too good, I'll take it in an empty vegetable capsule and take that internally just to strengthen my immune system. And these are the veggie capsules, which I'll show you a little bit more after as well. But just gargling On Guard is really good for oral health as well. If you've got anything brewing, any sort of abscesses, you could just put a drop of On Guard in a glass of water and swirl the mouth, and it'll be really effective. Or even just dab a bit on with a bit of carrier oil and rub it over the gum. The clove oil is a natural analgesic, as the dentists know. They use it, and it's so good. It's such a powerful blend of oils to help with oral health as well. Okay, and it's affordable as well. A lot of money is spent on healthcare, maybe in the US. I know it's different in our country, but the price of health, I don't think you can put a price on health. And since we've used these therapeutic oils as a family, we've not had the need to be reliant on any sort of doctors, for just the mild common ailments that we face. We don't really want to bother the doctor with. So it's been really lovely as a family. We've got this first aid and wellness kit that we have, and whatever comes up, sore throat, earache, skin problems, we just grab an essential oil and we've got that there, and it lasts us a long time because we're only using drops at a time. So on that note, we've got lavender oil, and you're probably familiar with lavender. Most people start with lavender or have it in the home. Lavender, the 100% lavender, if you haven't already tried this yet, it smells quite fresh. So some people say, I hate the smell of lavender. It smells like really that soapy, perfumey smell, talky smell. But the actual fresh lavender is just the lavender that you can, when you rub the actual lavender plant and you smell that, it's exactly the same. And we know it's really calming for our mind. It's calming for our skin if we've got any sunburn or burns as well. Any bites, any sort of problem with the skin is really going to be calming. It's a great natural antihistamine as well for seasonal allergies. And a great way to apply lavender is just to put a few drops on the feet at night time. You can maybe make a spray bottle for your pillow or just rub it over your pillow, and do some breathing as well. We'll talk about how breathing can really help our emotions for anxiety. And many people even take lavender internally. That's how pure it is. We can take that in a capsule to calm us internally if we are feeling a bit anxious. Okay, so we're going to talk about the 3 ways that we can use it. So aromatically, this is probably the most common use because of aromatherapy. So the ways we can use it aromatically is, the most simplest way is just to put a drop of essential oil, whichever you're drawn to, on your hands, rub together your hands, and then cup over your hands and nose, and take some deep inhalations for 4, breathe out for 4. And do this a few times, and this can really reset your brain, reset your mood, and really calm everything down. Will help to reduce blood pressure if you're feeling really anxious, and it really does affect your mood. So that's a really good way of doing it. And obviously if you're bunged up, you're going to do it that with one of the eucalyptus or the mint oils. We can use a diffuser, so you can just get a diffuser that you fill up with water and add your drops of oil. And you can do all sorts of lovely blends. You could use citrus oils, minty oils, floral oils, whatever you're drawn to, and make some beautiful blends just to scent your home naturally. Not only will it smell good, but it's also going to do you good, whatever you put in there. And if it's sort of, if someone's suffering with any sort of illness, you could put the diffuser on nearby, with a specific oil to help them, whether it's something for their airways or their immune system or for allergies, and that will be really beneficial. So whether you breathe it in just from the bottle or from your hands or use a diffuser, this is a really effective way to get into our system via our lungs and our brain. So topically, and this is on the skin, this means this is really good so we can get localized benefits. For example, if you have a swollen knee or if you have some head tension, then you'd want to apply the essential oil directly to that area. And we tend to use carrier oil, which is fractionated coconut oil. It's just because it's non-greasy and it's liquid at room temperature. It's just got the solids taken out of it, not like the cooking oil. So you can make up some blends with this. And all we do is just pop some coconut oil in our hands and then our essential oil, and then we can rub that into the area. The benefits of using a carrier oil is it helps to stop the volatile compounds evaporating into the air. So it really does, you sort of make the best use of the oil, the essential oil, you're not wasting it. And a little goes a long way. So you only need 1 drop of essential oil at every application. It's very, that 1 drop of essential oil, I must say, contains millions of molecules and it can cover every cell in the body. So 1 drop of essential oil is all you need. Maybe we're used to before putting a few drops on and thinking, oh, that's what we need, but this is 100% pure oil, so we only need 1 drop. So we can use it in a localized area, like we said, whether it's a sore back or whatever sort of problem, or maybe over the chest if we want to help to open up our airways and things like that. But if you want a general sort of benefit, some key places to put the essential oil would be on the feet, on the back of the neck, just on the base of the skull and down the spine. And these are really good root places, even the navel as well, the belly button. And then obviously the body will take what it needs and send it where it needs to go. Very clever. It knows exactly where it's going to use it, where there's a weakness in the body, and it will just go to that place. So that's topical application. And then we're just going to mention internally. So we're not talking about essential oils on the market. We're just talking about these doTERRA certified oils. And it's not every oil that you can use internally, but when you think of things like the peppermint oil, the lemon oil, the wild orange oil, these are just distilled from the rind. For example, the lemon is the rind of the lemon, the oil that you squeeze out the peel. That's all it is. So we can safely use these internally. And one of the benefits for that is it helps our digestive system. It helps to cleanse and detoxify the body. And you can take it in a glass of water in one of these empty vegetable capsules, which you just simply, they're just made out of vegetable fiber. You just open it up and pop your essential oils in and take that with water. Or you can just take a drop under the tongue if it's quite a gentle oil. Some people do that with frankincense or copaiba just to calm you mentally as well. So they're all the 3 ways we can use the oils. I just wanted to talk about a few of the main oils and how we can get the best out of it. So wild orange, one of our favorites, and it's such a good all-rounder, and I think it's about £9 for a bottle. So it's a very you've got 250 drops in that bottle, so really good value, but it does so much. You can use it as a lovely diffuser blend with lavender or eucalyptus or peppermint. It's great for anxiety. It's one of the top oils for helping people feel happier. You can use it as a food flavoring in baking, gin and tonic, water, add to smoothies, sauces. And it's just a great immune support, so you can add it to water or apply it to the bottoms of the feet. Many people find, even though wild orange is really uplifting, it's also a sedative, so it is actually good at bedtime as well with lavender combined. Some people put a drop under the tongue, or they just apply it with lavender, and it can really help to settle especially children off to sleep as well. What's another way we can use it? Yes, I think we've covered everything there. Sleep issues, household cleaning, great as a wood polish. We've got a wood polish recipe for using wild orange. And we make sort of like cocoa energy balls, with flavored with wild orange, and that's really lovely as well. So such a versatile one. And then we've got air next. So this is a blend of different oils. We've got peppermint, eucalyptus, tea tree, lemon, ravintsara, cardamom, to name a few. This can really help people if they struggle with any sort of lung issues, asthma or allergies. Can really help open up the airways. We've got antiviral properties there. And a really good way to use it is to, if you've got sinus problems, you can dilute it and apply it around the sinus area, not too close to the eyes because it is strong, over the bridge of the nose. It's known as the marriage saver as well for snoring. So people who have snoring issues, if you apply it to the tops of the toes, the sinus points on the feet, I would do that as well as breathe it in before you go to bed. Do some deep breathing for about 30 seconds just to clear the airways so you get a much more restful sleep. And if anyone's bunged up, a really good way to use air is put a few drops on the shower floor and hit the hot steamy shower on it. It will just really help to open up that congestion. This is one that you can't use internally because certain oils are not suitable to be used internally, but you can use it topically. So for the children, I would put air, I would dilute it and apply it to the chest, the back and the feet, or for adults as well. Put it in the diffuser with lavender at night time is lovely. And just breathing it in from the bottle is really a really effective way. So we've got deep blue next. So this is again another oil that can't be used internally. This is just for topical benefits and aromatic, mainly topical. We have the German football team, they use deep blue, the deep blue rub, for before and after the game, because it's like a, how to describe it? It's like deep heat, but obviously completely natural. It's got wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, blue tansy, helichrysum, and blue chamomile. So some of these oils that are there for the analgesic properties, some help with circulation, but the floral oils can actually help with repairing the damaged tissue and damaged ligaments. So if used over time, not only just numbs the thing, it just helps it to heal as well. So really good for anyone who suffers with any sort of pain, fibromyalgia, arthritis, any sort of inflammation, growing pains, things like that, head tension, period pains. You need to dilute this. It's very strong. So you'd only need a drop or two. But also adding peppermint to that would also enhance the whole experience because it helps to drive that into the muscle area. Another tip for when you're applying it to a painful area is applying a heat pack over the top, and this really helps to drive that into the muscle, and really helps to stop it evaporating as well. It's really soothing to that area, and obviously massage increases absorption as well. So a really good one to use for massage. Yeah, bone pain, whiplash, bruises, headache, any sort of tension in the body. So now we've got what's known as the tummy tamer. This is Zengest, and the oils in this blend are peppermint, ginger, caraway, coriander, anise, and tarragon. So it smells quite licoricey. I quite like the taste personally. And people who struggle with IBS, chronic digestive issues, have found Zengest to be the best friend, really. It's been a game changer for them, especially with things like acid reflux or anything like that. Basically, Zengest tames the whole GI tract from mouth down to the bottom. Whatever needs doing, it'll adjust, whether it's constipation or diarrhea, it will help the stomach adjust. And the oils in that blend really help to calm any gas, any bloating, and also help to absorb food better and the nutrients in the food, like the ginger. That's really useful. You can use Zengest all three ways. People like to take it in a glass of water or in a capsule if they don't like the taste. With a meal, if you're eating something you shouldn't have, you could take it straight away after the meal just to help with that, to calm that area. Any sort of food poisoning or something that you've eaten that's a bit dodgy, you think, oh, that didn't agree with me, then take Zengest just to calm everything down. Really good for cleansing parasites in the gut as well. So Zengest is a great one. And for children, it's got fennel in it as well. I don't think I put that in, but it has got fennel in. So for even for newborn babies, we dilute it to the right amount, but we'd rub it on the baby's feet for colic. and it's really effective for that, as well as just children, you know, if they've got a tummy bug or they're feeling sick, I would just dilute Zengest with the coconut oil and rub it over the tummy, and that's really effective. You don't need to take it internally either. Travel sickness, motion sickness, just take Zengest with you, just so you can breathe it in and just take the edge off that nausea. And we've got lemon oil now, so very similar to the wild orange. And there's 75 lemon peels in here from 75 lemons. This is a great cleanser for the body and the home. We take it in a glass of water every morning. It's alkaline to the body. It doesn't damage your tooth enamel because it's taken from the oil on the peel, so it's not acidic at all. So you can see some people actually brush their teeth with it. It's okay for your teeth. Ways that it's been really helpful from experience of helping people with various issues is blood pressure regulation, whether it's high or low, taking that daily. Things like kidney stones, any sort of stones in the body can break down the uric acid. So if used over time, it's a great preventative as well. And I know doctors in hospitals, they recommend for anyone with stones that they take lemon juice, and lemon oil is very similar for the effects of that as well. So great for detoxing, great for energy. If you want to cleanse the air in your home, you could put lemon in your diffuser to get rid of odors. Anything sticky or any sort of scuff marks on anywhere, just rub lemon oil on. It just is magic. It just comes off. Permanent marker, anything. It's a really good stain remover. We use it in a cleaning spray, glass cleaning spray as well. And it just cuts through all the sort of stains and marks on glass as well. Yeah, you can use it in smoothies as well, and sore throats. It's great for the immune system. Such a versatile one is lemon. And again, this one is like, I think it's £10.50 for a big bottle with 250 drops in. So really good value for what we can do with it. So frankincense, I don't know if you've tried frankincense. It's known as the king of the oils. The oil for the brain. It really helps to oxygenate all our cells. It's known as the healer, so it can heal. It can help to repair damaged cells, whether it's skin cells, brain cells, whatever cell in our body. It can also help our nervous system, and it's really calming to the body. So we can apply it to our feet daily. Some people they sort of really insist on having a drop of frankincense under the tongue. That's for quick absorption, and it can cross the blood-brain barrier and oxygenate your brain, and really helps if people are struggling with any sort of neurodegenerative issues, then it can really be supportive of that, and also depression and anxiety. It's also it sort of enhances any other oil. It's like a magical oil. So if you're to use frankincense with, let's say, the deep blue, it's just going to help to sort of enhance it even more. It's sort of like a turbo boost for any other oil. So if in doubt, because frankincense does so much from the research that we've shown, and I would say lavender, those two, if in doubt of what to use, I would use either of those, because you know that all the constituents in it is going to do something good for your body, and it's going to help. And we had a lovely situation where somebody had a great experience with frankincense. They had a car accident about 13 years ago, and this weeping wound on his leg, it wouldn't stop weeping for all that time, but frankincense was what stopped it and helped to heal it. So that was an amazing achievement. We had somebody who had toenail issues, really horrible discolored toenails, and after taking frankincense, I think they took 2 drops a day, I think it was internally, the toenails were pink after a couple of months. So that was good. So it's amazing. It's like you can't always specify what it can do. You know, it's just going to do you good. And we've got oregano. So this is a really powerful oil. It is the oil that's known as the killer and nature's antibiotic. It can help to support cleansing of the digestive tract, whether if you're worried about parasites and intestinal worms or anything like that, it's the killer. So you have to be very careful when you use it internally if you have any sensitivities in the stomach. But if you're generally healthy and you're not on any medication, you can take a drop of oregano a day for about 10 days to cleanse your digestive tract. Things like candida, anything like that is really good. The most powerful thing it's done for me is I used to be prone to throat infections and tonsillitis. And oregano, even though it's horrible to gargle one drop, it just sorts the problem out, and I don't have to go and get my antibiotics that I used to have. So oregano really has been a great saver for me. But we have a chiropodist who uses oregano now on his patients for warts, and it's been really, really effective. So he always gives everyone some oregano and asks them to put it on a few times a day. And that's been really good for warts, sort of fungal nail infections, anything like that. And strep throat, we know that was going around, doing the rounds, wasn't it? So anything like that, oregano, I think for the immune system, you've got the On Guard or the oregano to take, and these are really powerful blends that you can use. And obviously you can use oregano in cooking if you want to add it to a dish, but one drop is so strong. They say just to use a toothpick and just stir it into the dish because it's quite strong, don't to ruin the flavour too much. It's even good for pain as well, oregano, so rheumatoid arthritis. It's one of the hot oils, so this definitely needs diluting because it can be quite spicy on the skin. Okay, so just gonna touch a little bit on stress. We mentioned a little bit about how we can use the oils aromatically, and this is one of the key ways that we can use it for stress. So when we breathe it in, like we showed you with one drop, what that does, it can help to penetrate and it can enter our olfactory nerve, which then it's connected to the limbic system in the brain. And the limbic system is like the emotional area of the brain. Um, and this aroma is directly sent to that. It's processed and it can help to release neurochemicals that can be either relaxing, stimulating, or sedative, depending on what essential oil is being used. For example, bergamot oil can help with serotonin levels in the brain. We've got a chart of all the different oils and what it can do. But when you smell something, sometimes it triggers a memory of maybe a holiday or something from your childhood. Through these conditioned responses, your brain can learn to associate smells with feelings. And we've got smell receptor sites in our nose, and it's probably the only sense of smell that is directly linked to our memory. So the interaction with smelling something is really immediate. So we can really get into a lovely habit of using essential oils to help to calm our nervous system by using them aromatically. It's If you look at the limbic system, it's not on this picture, but the amygdala is one that stores trauma from the past. And what some essential oils can do, especially like the floral and the woody oils, can help release some of that trauma. So often we find people, if they smell a certain oil, they can burst into tears. So yeah, very different depending on whether the citrus or spicy or woody oils can be very releasing for our mental health. And these are some of the oils that we can try, whether it's we want to be uplifted, cheered up, energized, or calmed down. We can try this in our hands, and we can apply it to our feet, back of the neck, pulse points, or some people have a diffuser, a necklace or a bracelet that's got lava beads on, and they can put the drops of oil on and they can smell it through the day, a bit like a comfort blanket for them, so they've got it with them. Okay, so just a little bit more about sleep as well. We have a sort of a bit of a protocol, which we say we often recommend things like frankincense or lavender and a serenity herbal extract, which is like a natural calms full of beautiful passion flower, chamomile oils. So what we'd do is we'd take the serenity soft gel half an hour before bed. And then we would breathe in one of the essential oils like lavender, cedarwood, wild orange, whatever you're drawn to. Apply it to the feet, diffuse it in the bedroom, and get into this sleep hygiene mode of doing that as a little ritual for you. If you do wake in the night, just ask you to repeat what you've done there and just get into that cycle so your brain relates this calming oil with going back to sleep. And that should really help. It's helped many people. Okay, so if you think about what some of the health issues that you may be facing or face on a regular basis, or your family does, just think about 3 things that might you might suffer with, and think of how you sort of can be helped with that. So we've covered quite a few of the oils, and we've sort of covered 10 of the oils, and that's what we recommend people start with. 10 oils that cover 80% of common ailments, whether it's sore throat support, immune support, head tension, pain, seasonal allergies, or digestion. You've got something for everything. We mentioned these oils. I didn't cover tea tree too much, but we mentioned all these here, and these are called the top 5 immunity oils. And what it makes up, if you add a drop of each together, is it makes the flume bomb, and that's like an intense immune support. So we'd put a drop of each in a capsule, or we'd make a roller and roll it on our feet and spine, and that's just like such a great way to support us if we're feeling run down or if we caught something, and that is just so effective. So yeah, if anyone wants one of this afterwards, these slides, I can send them over to you so you can have a little look at what we can do as things crop up in the family. So if anyone's interested in getting a kit with the 10 oils in, and what you get is you get training from us. So once your oils arrive, we would go through them with you, show you how to use them safely. You'd get a little welcome pack with a roller to start you off, so you know how to use it. You'd get ongoing support and access to some free oil courses that you can do online in your own time, and get to use the oils for green cleaning, making your own skincare, all sorts of things. So there's so much. You're not just left with a box of oils, and we're there to support you all the way. And I just wanted to show you a few of the kits before we open up to questions. So if you leave us now and go online, you would pay sort of the retail price, which is a lot dearer. It's 25% more. But if you come through us, we've got a wholesale account, so we can provide it with you at wholesale price, which is 25% below retail. And if you think, yeah, there is a price for the account if you wanted to have your own customer account, and that's £24. But what we try and do is not pay that and try and get the kits, because the kits come with your own account. So basically, you get a kit, let's say you use lemon a lot, you use lavender, and you want to replenish that, you can just log into your own wholesale account and buy what you want whenever you want it. So I want to show you some of these kits as well. So this is the Family Essentials kit. This is one of the most popular ones, what I started with personally. It's got all the 10 oils in, the 5ml bottles, so they're 85 drops in each one. And this includes all the training and the free oil app and resources that you can get. So that's the Family Essentials kit, and that comes with your own customer wholesale account. And then the Home Essentials kit is everything in that kit, the 10 oils that we've gone through. You've got deep blue, lavender, frankincense, air, lemon, tea tree, oregano, peppermint, on guard, and the Zengest digestive blends. But these are 15ml bottles, apart from the deep blue, and these are 250 drops in a bottle. And you also get a room diffuser as well, which is worth about £40. So that is a much bigger kit, so that would last a lot longer, but it just depends on where you're at and how much you're going to use it, and whether you just want to start with a few. And then another little collection is the Aroma Touch one. This comes with a diffuser, coconut oil, wild orange, lavender, balance, which is the grounding blend, on guard, Aroma Touch, which is another sort of massage blend, good for sort of, what's the word, of the body, when you get swelling. Yeah, diuretic. It's really good for helping to get everything flowing again. It's got like cypress oil in and things like that. Then you've got tea tree, deep blue, and peppermint with that. So that is another good one as well. It's not got the frankincense in, but you could always get it at a later date if you really wanted it. But also you could also build your own kit. So let's say you wanted bits and pieces and put it all together. If it's over 150 PV, you get the free membership with it as well. So that's always a good idea. And thank you for listening. So I'll just stop sharing. And